Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm excited to present the incredible story of Jay Sarno, the visionary who completely transformed Las Vegas and laid the groundwork for the iconic resorts we know today, such as Caesar's Palace and Circus. When you think of Las Vegas, the first images that come to mind might be its towering, glamorous resorts, dazzling lights, and over-the-top themes. But those images didn't just materialize out of thin air. No, they were shaped by a man who had an unrelenting desire to break away from tradition and create something entirely new. A place where luxury, entertainment, and architectural innovation went hand in hand. Today, we'll explore how Jay Sarno's bold ideas redefined the Las Vegas Strip and how his legacy continues to influence the city's development. So, let's dive into the fascinating journey of the man who helped make Las Vegas the entertainment capital of the world. Good morning, everyone. I would now like to talk about Jay Sarno's early life and his career. Jay Sarno was born on July 2nd, 1922. He was born in St. Joseph, Missouri, to Jewish immigrant parents from Poland. His early years were shaped by a family of modest means. This is because his father was a cabinet maker and his mother stayed at home to care for the family. These gave him humble beginnings, and those humble beginnings gave Sarno a strong work ethic and an entrepreneurial spirit that would later carry him throughout his life. Sarno's academic journey led him to the University of Missouri. This is where he earned a business degree, and after graduation, like many other young men during that time, he joined the U.S. Army during World War II. He was stationed in the Pacific Theater, and where he was stationed is where he would meet his future business partner. This business partner was Stanley Mallon. This lifelong friendship would prove to be pivotal in Sarno's later business ventures. After the war, Sarno and Mallon moved to Miami, Florida. This is where they started a tile contracting business. They eventually transitioned into building subsidized housing in Georgia. And in 1958, they opened the Atlanta Cabana Motel. While the motel business was doing well, it was where Sarno and Mallon first encountered the world of organized crime, something that would have a lasting impact and influence on Sarno's view of both business and power. Through these early ventures, Sarno gained a unique set of experiences that would help him navigate the rough and tumble world of casinos in Las Vegas. Now I want to talk about Jay Sarno's first impressions of Las Vegas. Jay Sarno's journey to revolutionizing Las Vegas started not with a grand business plan, but with his visits to the city as a regular tourist. So Sarno was an avid craps player. He made frequent trips to Las Vegas to try his luck at the tables. But as he spent more time on the Strip, he began to grow frustrated with what he was seeing. The resorts with their cowboy and Western themes seemed stale to him and uninspired to him. He believed in Las Vegas, and he believed that it could be so much more than just a place for gamblers. He wanted to create the luxury effect. What he saw in Las Vegas was an opportunity. He saw a chance to build a resort that wasn't just a casino, but an immersive experience as a whole. He imagined a space that combined opulence, luxury, and innovative design in a way that's never been seen or done before. In 1964, Sarno took a bold step. He purchased a plot of land on the Strip. He was now on the path to creating something that would forever change Las Vegas and the hospitality industry as a whole. Talk about the creation of Caesar's Palace. Sarno's vision for Caesar's Palace was nothing short of groundbreaking. He wasn't interested in creating just another hotel or casino that you would typically see on the Strip at that time. No. He wanted to build a destination. He drew inspiration for Caesar's Palace based off of ancient Rome. So think about the Roman columns or the statue of emperors, the flowing fountains, the lavish interiors. That's where he was drawing inspiration from when creating Caesar's Palace. But he wasn't just concerned with the aesthetics. He wanted to create a space where luxury and entertainment coexisted in perfect harmony. In fact, Sarno, who was a self-taught architect, designed the layout of Caesar's Palace himself. The casino was to be the central hub with luxury amenities, fine dining, and entertainment in a circular or a wheel-like design. He didn't stop there, though. He envisioned something that was totally ahead of its time. Wine goddesses, dressed in togas, would serve drinks to the guests, and cocktail waitresses would do similar Roman-inspired attire. So this had an immersive feel for visitors and creating their experience as a whole. Caesar's Palace opened its doors on August 5th, 1966. It opened with 680 rooms and a jaw-dropping $25 million investment. The resort, Caesar's Palace, quickly became the most prestigious and glamorous resort on the Strip. They had and attracted high-stake gamblers from around the world. These gamblers flocked to the casino to experience its luxurious ambiance and thrilling games. Caesar's Palace was now the epitome of Las Vegas luxury. And it was all thanks to Sarno's daring vision to commitment and innovation. Now comes the story of Circus Circus. After the triumph of Caesar's Palace, Sarno turned his attention to a different kind of style resort. He wanted to create something that was more accessible and family-friendly. In 1968, he opened Circus Circus. This resort aimed to cater to a broader, more family-friendly, less serious gambling audience. The resort featured a giant circus tent, carnival-style games, and circus performances that made it feel more like a fun theme park than a traditional casino. At first glance, Circus Circus seems like a perfect way to bring in families, casual gamblers, and tourists looking for a unique experience outside of what one would typically think about when viewing Las Vegas. However, the resort faced some significant challenges. While families enjoyed the fun atmosphere, the loud performances and distractions didn't sit well with the more serious gamblers. Moreover, there were operational issues with the midway games, including some cheating scandals that put a dent in the resort's reputation. Despite these challenges, Circus Circus wasn't a total failure, and Sarno eventually sold the resort in 1974 to a new owner who were able to redefine and build the concept and turn it into a massive success, actually. But it was clear that Sarno's attempt at diversifying his portfolio had been ambitious, and while it didn't pan out exactly as he had planned, it was an innovative more that helped shape the idea of themed resorts in Las Vegas. Now we'll talk about Sarno's later years and his vision for the Grandissimo. Despite selling both Caesar's Palace and Circus Circus, Sarno's ambition did not stop. He envisioned an even greater, grander project, an ultimate luxury resort, which he named Grandissimo. This resort was meant to be massive. he had planned for 6,000 rooms, and the hotel was to feature cascading waterfalls, moving sidewalks, and every luxury amenity you could think of. His vision was revolutionary, and it was meant to be the crown jewel of Las Vegas. Sadly, Sarno's dream of creating the Grandissimo did not happen. In July of 1984, Sarno tragically passed away from a heart attack while staying at Caesar's Palace. He was just 62 years old, and his untimely death cut short what could have been the next big chapter in Las Vegas history. Although Sarno's death ended his direct involvement in the city's development, his influence was far-reaching. His legacy lived on and lives on, and his vision for luxury, themed resorts, and immersive experiences set the stage for the iconic resorts that would ultimately follow. His work directly influenced the development of properties like the Bellagio, Venetian, and the Mirage. It influenced resorts that continue to shape the future of Las Vegas today. So, Jay Sarno's impact on Las Vegas cannot be overstated. His vision of combining luxury, entertainment, and themed resorts helped transform the city into this international destination that we see today. Without his bold ideas, Las Vegas might have remained a city defined by its Western roots, rather than the lavish, world-class resorts we love and see today. Even though Sarno passed away before seeing the full impact of his work, his legacy lives on through the continuing success of Caesar's Palace and the many resorts that followed in his footsteps. Jay Sarno set the foundation for what Las Vegas would become, a city where creativity, luxury, and entertainment reign supreme. Thank you all for your time today. I hope this presentation has given you a deeper understanding of Jay Sarno's extraordinary contribution to the world of hospitality and to Las Vegas itself. He was truly a visionary who reshaped the city and left an incredible mark on the history of modern resorts. Thank you.